Lily Potter was a Muggle-born witch, Order of the Phoenix member, and mother to Harry Potter. She learned that she was a witch as a child and attended Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry from 1971 to 1978. She was killed at the hands of Lord Voldemort while trying to protect her son. This is the life of Lily Potter. Lily was born to Mr. and Mrs. Evans, two Muggles of the Evans family, on January 30th, 1960. She had an older sister named Petunia, and the family lived in Cokeworth, England. At the age of 9, Lily became friends with Severus Snape, who lived close by in Spinner's End, practically walking distance from the Evans house. However, despite living at a relatively close distance, the Evans were apparently better off, since Petunia sneered at Snape for coming from such a poverty-stricken neighbourhood. Severus was the first person to tell Lily that she was a witch, and he went on to teach Lily a great deal about the wizarding world, while the two eagerly awaited the time where they could attend Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry together. Originally, Petunia and Lily were quite close, but her magical abilities and her friendship with Severus caused problems between the two sisters. Envying her sister's abilities, Petunia wrote to Albus Dumbledore, asking him if she could attend Hogwarts with Lily. Lily bought her wand from Ollivander's in Diagon Alley at the age of 11. The wand was 10¼ inches, willow, swishy according to Garrick Ollivander, and good for charm work. She started attending Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry at the age of 11, where she was sorted into Gryffindor House, while Severus was sorted into Slytherin. Regardless of their house separation, the two remained friends, although their friendship would later become strained. She became quite skilled at potions, attracting the attention of Professor Horace Slughorn, who made her a member of his Slug Club. In her 5th year, Lily stood up for her then best friend Severus Snape, when he was being bullied by James Potter, whom she considered to be an arrogant, bullying toe-rag. She had addressed James by his surname, and James himself having called Lily by hers, and attempted to stop his bullying. Snape lashed out at her in his humiliation, calling her a filthy mudblood. Severus begged for Lily's forgiveness, and she in turn asked him if he still intended to join the Death Eaters. When Snape did not deny this, Lily realised that he did not understand what was wrong with the Death Eaters in general. This led to a parting of ways between Lily and Snape, as the former had already become dismayed by Snape's fascination with the dark arts and his friendship with his Slytherin housemates Mulciber and Avery, both of whom were aspiring Death Eaters. Also in Lily's 5th year, James was repeatedly asking her out, but she refused him, calling him an arrogant toe-rag as previously mentioned, because he bullied other students, particularly her friend Severus Snape. James' best friend Sirius Black later commented that he could not resist showing off and making a fool of himself whenever she was around. And Lily did not, however, hate James. While she did not approve of his bullying, she did admire how James stood up for his friends and other people who were cruelly treated by Snape's aspiring Death Eater friends. During their 7th year, James matured somewhat, proving himself to be responsible and brave. However, it is implied that James still had the desire to bully Severus Snape, but was willing to stop doing it for Lily's sake. This led to her agreeing to go out with him, and Lily's attraction to him grew into genuine affection and eventually love over time. The young couple were chosen to be head boy and head girl. In late 1977, Lily and James had a disastrous first meeting with Petunia and her then fiancé, Vernon Dursley, which presumably took place over the Christmas break, as they were both still at Hogwarts. When Vernon tried to impress James with his car, the wizard in turn boasted of his own material wealth, and a row ensued. The evening ended with both Vernon and Petunia storming out of the restaurant and Lily bursting into tears, with James promising he'd apologise and make it up. Petunia was married by the end of 1977. Though Lily and James were invited to the wedding, Petunia refused to have Lily as a bridesmaid, upsetting her deeply. At the reception, Vernon would not talk to James either, but described him as some magician within his earshot. Sometime after graduating Hogwarts, Lily and James married. The wedding took place sometime between the summer of 1978 and the autumn of 1979, with Sirius Black serving as James's best man. Petunia and Vernon refused to attend the wedding, and Lily had little contact with her sister from that point. Living off James's family fortune, the Potters became full-time members of the Order of the Phoenix, an organisation dedicated to fighting Lord Voldemort and his Death Eaters, along with their friends Sirius Black, Remus Lupin and Peter Pettigrew. During the war, they defied Voldemort on at least 3 occasions, the first being when they refused to join his cause when he tried to recruit them. Lily became pregnant in the autumn of 1979. Around the same time, Sybil Trelawney made a prophecy in front of Albus Dumbledore, predicting that the one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord approaches, and would be born to those who have thrice defied him. The first part of the prophecy was overheard by Lily's ex-friend Snape, who had since become a Death Eater. He loyally reported what he had heard to his master, but was horrified when Voldemort came to believe that Lily's son was the subject of the prophecy. It was the threat to Lily that led Snape to change sides, warning Dumbledore of the Dark Lord's plans, and vowing to do anything to keep the woman he still loved safe. It was Snape's continuing devotion to Lily that made Dumbledore certain of his double agent's true loyalties. The Potters went into hiding while Lily was still pregnant, and their son Harry James Potter was born on July 31st, 1980. The couple also chose Sirius to be Harry's godfather. Lily sent a birth announcement to Petunia, and it was to be the last piece of information she ever sent to her sister, though Petunia would later send Lily a vase for that Christmas. The Fidelis charm was placed on their home in Godric's Hollow. Their secret keeper, Peter Pettigrew, was chosen as a less likely target for Death Eaters than Sirius Black, but he betrayed the Potters by telling Voldemort of their whereabouts barely a week later. On October 31st, 1981, Voldemort entered the home of the Potters. James told Lily to take Harry and leave while he held Voldemort off. James, however, was murdered before Lily and Harry could escape the cottage. Trapping mother and son in Harry's nursery, Voldemort, honouring Snape's request to spare her life, offered Lily a chance to step aside. She steadfastly refused to stop shielding her son, and Voldemort killed her, because Lily's death was a pure loving sacrifice, meaning she intended to die and was not hoping to save herself. Harry was marked with the protection of her love. Voldemort's killing curse abounded off the 1-year-old. The rebounded curse destroyed the Dark Lord's body, temporarily defeating him. Harry was left unscathed except for a lightning bolt shaped scar on his forehead. Thus, Harry became known as the boy who lived, and his fate was sealed. If not for Snape's love for Lily, which led him to beg Voldemort for Lily's life, her death would not have been a willing sacrifice, and therefore the protection over Harry caused by Lily's love would have not occurred. Finally, during the Battle of Hogwarts, when Harry believed himself to be walking to his own death, he used the Resurrection Stone to bring back the spirits of Lily, James, Sirius and Remus Lupin. Both James and Lily told Harry that they were so very proud of him, proud of his outstanding courage and strength, and assured him that they would stay with him until the very end. Harry described their very presence as the source of his courage, the reason he was able to keep putting one foot in front of the other, with Lily smiling at him and James nodding encouragingly. Many years after Lily died, Harry married Ginny Weasley and fathered 3 children. Harry's only daughter, Lily Luna Potter, was named in memory of her paternal grandmother. Lily was known for being a vivacious, talented and popular student in school. She was also a woman of sound moral principles and would stand by them no matter what it cost her. Though she had a sharp tongue and had no problems in standing up to others when she was in a temper, Lily was still the type of person who would give others a second chance when they had proven themselves worthy of it. The most notable instance of this quality within Lily would be how she finally agreed to date James after he had matured out of his bullying ways, despite the fact that she did not have a good opinion of him during their early school years. She was a selfless woman who willingly gave up her life in order to protect her son. Her death, along with her husband James, gave Harry the strength to never give up, making it his goal to ensure that his parents did not die for nothing. And with that being said, everyone, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very merry and happy Christmas for 2017. I wish you all a fantastic 2018 when it comes around. I hope you guys all eat your body weight in food, have a couple of drinks, and just remember to be close to your family and friends. And don't forget to have a fantastic Christmas day. Thanks again for watching the video, and thanks again for your support all throughout the year, and I will see you again in the next video.